guys. So I took a poll on my Instagram asking you if you'd rather see a video about meal prep or a video about how I lost 20 pounds. And the winner was a video about how I lost 20 pounds. So I don't want this video to be too long. I'd rather just give you some tips if you're looking to lose weight. And obviously we want to lose weight in as healthy a way as possible. So I could have gone on a cracker and water diet. I could have just eaten, I think one of the new ones is to just eat potatoes and no other food. Sure, could have done that. Probably could have lost some weight that way, but guaranteed when I returned to my regular diet, I would have put it all back on. So I want to give you some tips for losing weight in a healthy way, as long as this is something that you think will help improve your health. So there are people that don't need to lose weight, but think that they do. And I know that's a tough position to be in. I know especially it's a larger percentage of women. We tend to have this perception of ourselves that isn't true. So make sure that you've been assessed by a doctor, they've taken those measurements, maybe they've asked you to lose weight. In that case, here are some healthy tips for that. So a little backstory. For a big part of my life, I was severely underweight because I was very ill with autoimmune issues. But over time, I slowly started to gain. And it happened so gradually that I almost didn't notice it at first. And one day I got on the scale, and I don't have a scale, so it was only if I was at the gym and was curious or was at my parents'. And it said 169 point something, so it was almost 170. Now I'm 5'8", 170 is not really an unhealthy weight for me to be, but it felt unhealthy. I knew I wasn't feeling good. I knew that the weight I was carrying was not a healthy weight. It was mainly around my middle. I'll insert a picture here. And I just didn't feel like myself. I was feeling pretty terrible. So one of the first things that I recommend when people ask me how they can lose weight or what they should do to lose weight is to have some blood work done. If you have a doctor who is open to doing different tests for you, then by all means, take advantage of that. And if you don't, you can definitely go to a walk-in clinic, and often they'll do those tests for you. So one of the things that I think many women should have tested is their hormones. We have a big problem in North America with estrogen dominance. So with all the bottled water we drink, we eat out of a lot of plastic, with pollution, with our makeup, all these different chemicals, we tend to disrupt our hormones. And the biggest problem for me turned out to be the birth control pill that I was on. I'd been on it so many years that I didn't think it was the problem. So I was put on it at 16 because my periods were so bad. Wouldn't wish that on anyone. And then when I was 25, I decided to go off of it to see if it would help with my nutrient deficiencies. So I didn't go off of it hoping to lose weight. I honestly just wanted to see if I'd be able to absorb my B12 and my iron and my vitamin D, all these tests that were coming back too low. So I went off that pill. And about 6 months after I went off it, I started to lose weight rapidly. So the first 6 months, I think I lost maybe 5 to 8 pounds of mostly water from inflammation. And then after that, I lost actual weight. Probably half of it was water, but half of it was definitely fat as well. And it just kind of melted off of me. So it wasn't like I had gone in thinking, okay, I'm gonna change my diet, I'm gonna change this, I'm gonna do that so that I can lose weight. I had honestly thought, I'm going off this pill because I think my health will benefit. I wanna have kids someday. I wanna make sure my body can handle those hormone changes. I don't think the pill is helping with that. There's a huge rise in infertility and miscarriages, and I just knew I wanted to set my body up for its best possible environment for carrying a baby. So I went off of that, noticed the weight loss around 6 months, but within about 2 months of going off the pill, I noticed that a lot of my cravings went away. And I started to actually crave healthy food like vegetables, fruit, avocado. It was really interesting. Meat. Like I just wanted these foods. When I used to crave Haagen-Dazs ice cream, chocolate bars. What else did I eat? A lot of French fries, a lot of salt. And here I was, a health and fitness trainer, very interested in nutrition, and I could not control what I was eating. Like could not control it. And I hadn't experienced that until like my 24th year. So up until then, I had been in complete control of what I ate, and all of a sudden I was out of control and didn't know what to do. I remember there were many times I actually ate ice cream for breakfast because I was positive I would not be able to survive without it. So that was a big change. So number one, get your hormones checked, and I highly recommend working with a naturopath if you do have hormone imbalances, or your doctor if you have a doctor that is willing to help you do that without giving you pills as your first option. That's awesome. The second thing is obviously nutrition. So because those cravings went away, and because I was working towards a more nutrient-dense body, I knew I had to eat nutrient-dense food. So I increased my vegetables by an insane amount. Like I eat probably 8 to 10 cups of vegetables a day, or at least I aim for that. A lot of that is green, so it's not like I'm chewing on 10 cups of carrots. That would be a lot of chewing, and you'd probably feel very full afterwards. So I increased my vegetables by a lot. I also decreased my grains. So I'm not a big grain eater because I'm gluten-free, but I was eating a lot of rice. So I decreased that. I probably have rice once a week now. It was just upsetting my stomach. I noticed a lot of bloating, a lot of gas. And when I stopped eating all that rice, I stopped having all the blood sugar dips because I was eating more protein and fat, healthy fat, which is my next point. So really focusing on that nutrient dense, getting a lot of vegetables, protein, fat at each meal, super important. And if you follow my Instagram at Charity Elliott Nutrition, you will see all my different meals and things like that. So I'll insert a picture of one of my meals here. Just to give you an idea of what I eat. Number 3, healthy fats. Healthy fats. There's been such a bad name given to fat. And I really do think the research is there now. We know that we need healthy fat. A lot of people know that if you say it to them, but if you've lived through the 20 years of the low fat industry, then it can be really hard to break that. For me, I just hadn't thought about it. I was like, yeah, I need fat, I need protein, but I hadn't really focused on it. So now at every meal, I really focus on having that healthy fat. And what it does is it keeps me feeling full. So I feel really content on an 1,800 to 2,400 calorie diet. Yeah, it varies by that much depending on my workout and how I'm feeling. But yeah, if I have some avocado, if I have some olive oil, if I have some avocado oil, if I have some coconut oil, some nuts, some seeds, I feel so much more satisfied throughout the day and just level. I used to do this energy, need a nap, energy, need a nap, energy, need a nap. And I really do feel quite good throughout the day now, which is nice. I also noticed I sleep a lot better. I think because my brain isn't being told it's hungry, right? So my brain isn't telling my body you're hungry, because that used to wake me up at night. Me and my little brother would meet in the kitchen for cereal. So I don't do that anymore. I sleep through the night without food. And the fourth thing is exercise. So I did put exercise last because I do think that your hormone, and hormones includes getting good sleep and your stress levels, your nutrition come before that. So you can exercise all you want, but if your hormones are messed up and you're not eating the right food, it's not going to help you near as much as it will help you if those other two things are already in line. So for exercise, everybody is different. If you already have a really high stress life and maybe you're living with high cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone, and blood work can also tell you that, you might want to start with a lower intensity exercise so that you're not creating more stress on yourself. If you don't have super high stress levels and you're looking to lose weight, then interval training might be what you want to do. So that would be doing faster, shorter bursts of exercise with rest in between. And I go through phases. I go through interval phases, and then I'll be like, no, I'm feeling a little worn out, a little tired out. And then I switch to more just doing some strength work with some endurance, like hopping on the rower, going for a long, slow run or a walk, and just going with what your body is telling you, being able to listen to your body. And at first that's really hard, but over time you will become so good at it that you will know what your body needs when it needs it. So if you would like help with your nutrition or your exercise, that is what I do. I have my own nutrition business, Charity Elliott Nutrition, and I also offer exercise programs. So you can check that out at charityelliottnutrition.com, link below. Also subscribe to this channel. I will be doing a lot more videos like this with just general information on topics that people are interested in. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Charity Elliott Nutrition. You can follow me on Facebook, Charity Elliott Nutrition. Go figure. And yeah, I would love to see you there. So if you have another topic you would like me to talk about, this was just a quick version of how I lost 20 pounds. I do plan on doing a longer video on just my entire health story eventually, and that will include more on this topic. But for now, it's a good way to get started is to go see your doctor and get some blood work done.